Welcome back to Low Tide City, everybody. Thank you for taking a quick break with us. I'm sure we all need it, but now we've sated ourselves. We're ready to get back into some pools here at Low Tide City. Some great matches coming up. Kimono and Vicky Kitty still here on the mic, on the main stream. And speaking of all the streams, guys, we've also got another Smash Ultimate stream over on BTS Smash 2, if you want to check that out. But stay here because one of my best friends is playing on stream. My man, SparK. Oh, he has got to be, he looks a little disappointed right now, and I'll tell you why. It's because I told him that I am going to lambast him if he plays on stream and I'm commentating him at Low Tide City. So if I sound a little rude in this set, it's because SparK is one of my best friends, and he's not going to get away with anything. So let's see how he does against Spin, the Duck Hunt here. Game 1 is on Pokemon Stadium 2. Where else would we go?
Yeah, right? I actually love that energy too, Kimono. Just being able to see one of your friends performing on the stage here, and you're going to be able to witness it firsthand as SparK struggling a little bit to get in here with Spin, starting things off as they should with the Duck Hunt, controlling a lot of this platform pressure and actually managing to utilize the projectiles underneath to prevent Spin from even approaching in any direction.
Yeah, no, this is especially one of the big things the Duck Hunt has going for him on PS2. He's got a big stage to work with, and when he sits behind those platforms and he's got the projectiles set up, a character like Roy is going to have a very difficult time getting in. So SparK's goal right now has to be to get in on the Duck Hunt as quickly as possible. Don't let Spin set up that can, especially.
Wow, that up air, though, right here. Just Spin doing such a good job at putting on this pressure, consistently being able to follow up.
No jump.
And now right here, SparK needs to recover, but Spin does not get the ledge pressure going in. Instead, now SparK has swapped places and does manage to stay on the stage here, but needs to understand a way around this can, because I feel like SparK is consistently getting hit by it.
Yeah, it's definitely a really difficult tool to get around, especially when your character literally plays with fire, right? Then you really don't have any options when it comes to hitting that can away. You can just detonate it immediately. But SparK, so far, even though he's at 177, still in it, gets the jab back air. That is something that he will lab out for hours a day. He should not be missing that ever. But Spin not missing the opportunity to combo into the can either. We're right back to a dead even game, and you can see that SparK recognizes, as long as I'm close to Spin, I've got a chance, so I'm keeping the pressure on.
That's why you see SparK constantly trying to run up at shield, but at the same time, Spin understanding that now, evening things up, having to actually get back towards the stage, but not getting the mix-up on shield, whereas SparK now has kind of reversed the situation, putting on a lot of this pressure by the ledge.
Yeah, that's the big thing for SparK, is that he has to be able to keep Spin at the ledge. Love him just trying to hit the can, but unfortunately keeps going towards the stage. The idea is that you want to get it off the stage. Duck Hunt won't be able to bring it back on, and all of a sudden, here comes the damage from SparK. Been really, really good playing around the spacing.
SparK has essentially now figured out the pacing of this match, and that was what was necessary here, especially when you're playing Roy and you have that side B by the ledge.
Yeah, SparK is one of the biggest proponents of saying that that is one of the best moves in the game. Maybe he'll tell me later that he doesn't actually think that, but he does tell people that they don't use that move properly, and you should watch SparK to understand how you always get that sweet spot, because I feel like I never see him miss it.
Goblin's pretty consistent with it too here. You see SparK being able to rep that right alongside Goblin, but now just having to find a way in again, but could play this a lot slower just because they have that lead, but doesn't want to just give Spin the opportunity to land safely. You see SparK now putting on some pressure with these up airs.
And I love that dashing back right there, trying to bait Spin to take some stage and get aggressive, but unfortunately for SparK, Spin is definitely keeping in mind, right, that as long as he's able to play it a little bit longer than a mid-range, the Roy's not really going to be able to make up space against him. SparK has been very respectful of those projectiles, and Spin taking advantage of it right now to even up the stocks.
I love the option coverage right there from Spin. Not only did they have the can right underneath the platform, and SparK was at a high percent, so he wanted to avoid that can, so Spin immediately knew that he was going to opt to go for the platform instead.
Yeah, definitely the coverage of the stage by Spin and just being able to manipulate SparK into specific positions on stage has been super, super good. But I don't know, man, the spacing has just become so much more precise around these projectiles. I mean, he's getting comfortable playing in between the can, which is a place that you really need to be against the Duck Hunt.
100% too. You don't want to allow Spin to have that comfortability to follow up from these cans. Oh, that was huge right here. Now Spin being off stage. SparK needs to try to get something out of here, but the can once again being the insurance that Spin needs to get back to the stage for free. But the side B coming in now. Spin. It really is your but he doesn't take as much knockback as his opponents do from that explosive can. Now he gets back in, but you jump right on top of Roy. You're gonna eat that up air. He's still living.
At 146, I mean, Spin is barely holding on, and you look at this, he's been just chipping away at SparK without much notice. 56% is definitely a situation where Duck Hunt just needs one hit, and a forward smash at ledge can do this. And you can see that SparK is just trying to stay center as much as he can.
I just really enjoy how SparK is still playing this safe despite having the lead here. He's still on his last stock. Anything could happen, especially when you're off stage here. Manages to up-B the can as it goes right back towards Spin. Spin now being able to maintain center stage here is going to be able to kind of reiterate his plan, but the can is going to finally do it in for him. SparK.
Vicky,
very narrowly got that.
That is the first time I've ever seen somebody kill with shield. I've never seen that until now, but SparK found a way. He is the first person ever to land a kill with shield, and that is impressive. But yeah, I mean, coming down right to the wire, Spin looked like he was really mounting a great comeback and didn't abandon his game plan. And the same was for SparK as well, right? Like you were saying, they both just wanted to play it patiently, didn't want to overcommit to anything because you know that in that matchup, things can be so explosive, literally and figuratively, right? So it was barely able to clutch it out on SparK's end. And I think on Spin's end, he just needs to be a little bit more careful of his own can. He got tagged by it quite a few times.
Yeah, 100%. And again, it's not so bad because you could try to get a follow-up if you manage to hit your opponent at the same time, as you won't be taking as much knockback and damage as your opponent will. So sometimes you could be right underneath them, but at that point, you're already at such a high percent and you're worrying about Roy's aerials that you don't want to put yourself in a susceptible position for SparK to really take advantage of that. SparK gave me a little bit of a scare there. He goes right below the ledge, and he does manage to recover safely now on the platform. He could reset here, get a little bit more aggressive, but Spin's gonna manage to get back towards that stage.
And I like the idea by SparK to just run up and shield the can so that if Spin tries to move it at all, it just explodes. And he is being brave standing that close to the ledge. And this is the biggest thing that I've loved from Spin so far with the can, is that he's been putting it in positions where SparK, normally Roy has amazing ledge trapping. Oh my god, I told you he hits the sweet spot every time. Every single time.
I immediately looked at Kimono. I was like, all right, we see it right there. SparK so consistent with getting that sweet spot. Spin now just trying to edgeguard SparK. A little cheeky there, but SparK actually managing to recover a little higher, being able to avoid that pressure that Spin's consistently putting on, and now he's got him back to the stage, and these aerials coming in from SparK between the up air and the back air. He's doing so much damage.
Oh my gosh, yeah, just one hit leads to another every time for SparK. 129, the neutral get up just gets demolished. Yeah, there is no chance. What I was going to say earlier is that Spin has been putting that can in places where normally Roy's ledge trapping is amazing, but it's been suppressed by having that can there. SparK can't just play where he wants to be, and that's been annoying him a lot, but when Spin doesn't have the can to make Roy respect that ledge trap and that getting off the ledge game, then there's no chance for him. Roy's ledge trapping is just amazing.
And it hurts. Every single hit sounds so meaty that it's intimidating here. And now Spin's playing on their last stock. I mean, talk about intimidation to the next level. Currently SparK holding on to that rage. Scary situation if he could catch Spin off the stage here. Maybe opt to go for another risky side B, but doesn't get the nice hit, the meaty hit that he's looking for. But the fact that he's getting as aggressive as he is perfect because he has the lead. He can go off stage.
He has a 3-stock to 1 lead. SparK can really do whatever he wants, although don't get caught by that can. Again, Spin off stage with the can has just been so good with it. But 98%, I need to see him make some distance. Otherwise, this is SparK's game to win.
How quickly SparK is able to try to contest Spin, avoid that can again. Wanted to stay roll distance from SparK, and he gets the side B. A 3-for-3 deal here for that game too. It's exactly what we like to see.
Every single time. I'm telling you, if you want to know how to use that side B correctly, hit the sweet spot every time, watch SparK, listen to him when he talks about this character, because he's played him since Roy. Or played him since Smash Bros. I mean, but literally, right? Like, he knows this character inside and out, and he's a very intelligent player. He's so good at picking apart things that you do incorrectly and just absolutely blowing them up. He's phenomenal.
He honestly adapted really quickly to the can. Literally just took maybe, I want to say, a minute and a half into game 1 where you saw SparK actually able to maneuver themselves around the can a lot easier than at the very start. You talk about, well, your sword is made out of fire, hitting the can, it's kind of forced at that point, but even then, you saw SparK able to kind of dance around the can and hold shield a lot more, so that way it doesn't end up being both SparK and the duck hunt ricocheting off of each other in that section of that first game.
Yeah, he really picked up on that matchup. And it's, Duck Hunt's a weird matchup. Not many people have experience against that character, but, I wouldn't doubt if SparK knows how that character works, because he's the kind of guy that he plays me brawler and me gunner online and me sword fighter.
Oh, no.
He likes to pull out the weird characters and just, okay. This is going to sound mean, but this is literally what SparK has told me. He says, what I like doing when I play competitive games against other people is I like to annoy them. He says, I just like being annoying when I play games, and I like being able to control the way they're played.
I respect it. I respect it. My static dual partner for Smash, he's exactly the same exact way. Plays Puff, will camp you out.
Yeah.
You have to approach at that point. But it's a playstyle that you are forced to adapt to. It's not unbeatable.
Yeah.
It's 100% beatable. Every bit of it is exploited in a lot of these players that are forced to play more passively, whether they're playing a projectile character or the character doesn't have the fast toolkit necessary or have a get-off-me option, because you're forced to play a lot slower.
Yeah, but it's just a matter of do you want to?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Are you able to, right? You have to work so hard, and sometimes it just doesn't work out there, by the way. And by the way, before we finish up with the SparK, because we do have another set, I just want to say he was formerly just like by far #1 in the College Station area, and now has moved back up to Dallas. So keep your eyes on him. He is one of those people with the potential to just blow up and grow all the time. He's so smart, but we are smart